There you go. Hi, I want to introduce myself. I'm Virginia Wishard Lambert. I work at the Abbott House. And happy May Day to everybody. Typically, Abbott House honors our donors, and we give special recognition to special people who've helped us out each year during an event in April or May. But this year, of course, due to the coronavirus, we're doing a recognition of some of our special donors and supporters in a virtual manner. Today, we're going to actually do this each Friday at 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain Time for the 5 Fridays in May. We're calling it Goodness Fridays, Fostering Goodness Fridays. Sorry about that. And today we have with us Pastor Nate Holdeman. He actually is receiving the 2020 Abbott House Volunteer Children's Champion Award. And for a long time, we tried to keep it secret for Pastor Nate. And then because of all this virus pandemic issues, we decided we would need to have him know about this secret. So I'd like to welcome you, Pastor Nate, and congratulate you. You have stepped in and done so many things for our kids. And I'd just like you to share a little bit about where you work and how you came to know about Abbott House.
Sure, yeah. I am the youth pastor at Northridge in Mitchell. I'm married to my wife, Julie, and we have 3 kids, Kelsey, Silas, and Sawyer. And we moved here about 6 years ago to take on the youth pastor role. And so I was introduced to Abbott House early on as far as the different ministries and things that were going around town. But it was really when you came to contact me that I really started to have an investment in it and really learning what you were about and just the ministry that you guys had.
So just to give all of the rest of you a little background, it's been over 5 years. I approached Pastor Nate. Do you know how many years it's been exactly? I know it's over 5.
Yeah, it's probably about 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while. We always had a pastor or a volunteer who had come to the Abbott House and provided a spirituality class, an opportunity for kids to just ask and explore different spirituality issues that they had. And we were at a loss. Our volunteer had left us, actually had moved away. And so I approached Pastor Nate to see if he'd be interested in helping out for a few months until we found someone. And now it's 5.5 years later. And so I just want to ask you, first of all, obviously it wasn't my good looks that convinced you to come and be part of our program. But what did convince you to do that? And why have you continued to serve? Because I know we just had a Zoom spirituality class yesterday that went really well. So
well, initially, because it was short time, you had asked, it was kind of probably going to be a couple months, and I thought, okay, I can do anything for a couple months and just see how it goes. And so honestly, it's a little bit intimidating when you don't know what you're walking into and how the girls are going to receive you and things like that. But the girls were so welcoming, and I really enjoyed the girls and just the relationships with the staff you start to have. And so I really started to enjoy Thursdays there, and it was something that was just something that I felt like it was a good thing to keep doing because I felt like they were getting something out of it, and I enjoyed doing it. So it just might as well keep going with it because it was a good thing.
And since he's been willing to keep going, I haven't searched for another volunteer. I want to ask you to share just a few things about, what kind of questions do the kids ask you, and why do you believe it's important that you help answer those questions, or at least help them search for an answer for those
Sure. Questions? I think their questions aren't a lot more different than most people's questions. They want to know, how do I know that God exists? Is he really listening when I pray? How do I pray? They have a lot of fears and things about heaven and hell, and they hear different things and what's real, what's not, goodness and darkness and all kinds of things. It just depends on the week. And it's good to just keep pointing them back to Jesus. Like the rest of us need to keep pointing ourselves back to Jesus because he is the answer. And so we want to them to see that too, that Jesus is the answer for them, and when through their questions, through their struggles, he brings hope that you can't get anywhere else.
Perfect. And that's actually exactly, I think, what they need as well. Can you tell us why you share your time actually and your talents with Abbott House, and maybe why you would encourage other people to do so?
For one, I think God asks us to share our time, talents, and treasures. And so I think this is a step of obedience in doing it. But I think you get blessings from it too. It's not like you go and serve and are drained. It fills your tank because you're giving to other people. And I think that's the way it works. And I can't say that every week that I look forward to going when I have other stuff going on, but every time I go on that Thursday, I'm glad I went. And it's a blessing to me too. So it fills my cup too, because I'm able to pour into them, and I'm blessed by it too. Because when you see the girls just growing or getting their questions answered, or getting excited about their faith a little more, it's very rewarding. And I think it's a great thing to be a part of.
Well, thank you. That's part of the reason you were selected for this award, is because you have truly blessed, I think for sure our girls, and probably some of our staff members as well, with the message you bring. And we sincerely appreciate the ongoing commitment that both you and I know Northridge Baptist, they share that hour of time each week that you give us. They share that with our kids, and we appreciate that as well. I just want to tell everyone who's watching us to please remember that we're having these presentations or interviews on Fostering Goodness Fridays every Friday this month. And it's part of our effort really just to recognize special donors, and also to recognize Foster Care Awareness Month, which is the month of May. We would love you to share our stories at hashtag Fostering Goodness Fridays, and learn more about the Abbott House or support our cause at abbotthouse.org. We, like every other nonprofit, are feeling the impact of this coronavirus and all the special things that we need to do and provide, and the extra equipment that's needed for our staff and everyone. So we thank you for listening, and Pastor Nate, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm honored that you thought of me, so thank you very much.